Niaje watu wangu, thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Yani guza hapo juu yani. Every time you watch a video kwa hii channel, subscribe au sio? Utakuwa unanijenga yani. Thank you. Yani hizi ma content tunazitengeza sabu yako tu subscribe. Kabla ukule chakula manzee ama chai hadi kuna vyombo lazima yani zitumike ndio kufikie kwa table. Hiyo muziki unasikizaga jua pia kuna vyombo lazima zitumike. Na hizi ndio vyombo yenye watching making the beat mzee. Nonini Godfather wa genge.
As our guest, welcome to Making the Beat, the show that takes you where top music producers and beat makers do their magic. In this week's show, see how the dynamic Adwar makes the beat to the hit song Lonely at the Top, featuring the award-winning godfather of Genge, Nonini.
I'm very diverse. If I like something, I'll always, I don't care about the risk. I'm more of a trendsetter.
Let's get the show started and meet the man behind the hit song Lonely at the Top.
My name is Adwar. I'm a music producer, songwriter, arranger, keyboard player, music director, singer, acrobat, boda rider. And I'm kidding about those last few, but I do a lot of things that involve music. Somebody said that love is just for fools. Well, I've always been into music ever since I was really young. Since, let's say, 1989, 90, around that time. That's when I actually started playing music on an instrument. But I come from a musical family, and there was always music around the house. So I learned to hear music from a pretty young age. I've been a music producer for about 15 years now, and I've worked with many artists. Some of them being guys like Pili Pili. I recorded Wire's very first track before he went to work with Ted Josiah. I recorded Red Sun once, but one of the most notable musicians I've worked with is Emmanuel Ja, former Sudanese child soldier who came to Kenya as a refugee. He was taken in by an aid worker called Emma McCune. So one day I walk into the movie theater to watch this movie that it's lonely at the top, that's what the wise men say. I'm just a Kenyan boy trying to get through my day. Yeah. So the reason why I wrote It's Lonely at the Top is because there are all sorts of angels and demons up there. When you make it up, the people who are your friends, your genuine friends, and it's hard to find out the truth about who your genuine friends are until when something happens and you're in trouble, and then the press is writing all sorts of things about you, then you realize you're all alone at the top. When I sent the track from Nonini, he listened to it and called me and told me, Buddha, this is the track.
LATT to me was experimental, the song itself, because ideally I did it to get the mashup of the Genge and Genge together. Then I really engaged as an artist on an artist point of view. Then I realized the guy is also a genius producer. So nimepata two packages at once. I have an artist who can sing and do everything, and then he can produce as well. So tumetoa complications za kwenda kwa producer mwingine, as in everything is in-house, and he's a genius. He knows what he does and he does it best. Akishaifanya, it's perfect. Nikisikia tu hivi chap, it clicks, then mimi naandika mavazi.
Nonini nowadays ni household name, makofi kelele kwa concert tangu nianze game. Nimeperform mbele ya watu 30,000, bajua stage niko peke yangu siko nao. Hii ganji yote si utengeneza, rest assured wendi nayo tu kwa jeneza. Inaweza kuwa ni kulonely sana on top, but make sure wewe ni mholier than the pope, eh? The good, the better, the best is why we chase of to
What sasa ilifanya muziki yetu tukaita genge ni is the way now si rap. So tumesheng English kila kitu, so all that now brings the genge aspect. But if you remove the lyrics, uta find the songs are more or less banger. They are more oriented towards banger. They lean towards the banger side. But now with Chris Adwar, he brings in another element. Kuna style ya music yake waganayo, the bengenge style, where anachukua, this is the explanation he gave me. He takes the urban sounds, inaweza kuwa ni pop music, and then he puts an element of an African touch to it. So ukisikia ndani hiyo track, it's more or less pop, but what has brought it home, kuna kakigita fulani hapo kalingana.
Of course, I knew it needed a guitar, because without the guitar, then it's not bengenge. So I had to bring in the bengenge expert. The guitarist for my band is called Bionik Ngalu, and my band is called the Villagers Band. Just so you know, it's a great band. And Bionik really knows how to interpret the sound, whatever sound he's hearing, into that bengenge sound that I'm looking for. You see, we sort of had a timeline to work with on Lonely at the Top, because we had to go to South Africa to shoot the video, which was another experience altogether.
Kuna hii watu wanaenda essay kufanya mavideo. I'm also a video director. So I talked to Chris. I was like, why are guys going to essay? What are they getting there that we're not doing here? So that was the whole experimental thing with the LATT. Nkambia Chris, yo, twende essay. Let's go see what those guys are doing and different from us. And maybe we can learn something from that. And kile tulilearn is they're not doing anything major. They're just professional in whatever they're doing. Call time, if you're shooting a music video from 7 in the morning, it's 7 in the morning. Cast is there, location is already set. The artist doesn't have to do much. You walk into the set, do your job. Your job is look good in front of the camera. Usishughulike ati, oh, model mgani hajakam. Una pressure. Hiyo pressure itaonyesha kwa camera bana. Sasa unafaa kuwa stress free. Concentrate on that. So that's everything to learn from the song itself. So I did it experimental for my fans, was a new style of me, and then also the music video. I wanted to see what guys are getting around Africa. You experience it in Ibamba, and I think that's how video directors here in Kenya should employ a little bit of professionalism in doing the job. If you're asking for $500,000 or $1 million for a video, let it be worth it. It's not just about the end product, it's about the whole experience. You experiment will work now. In the future, moving on, I've readjusted how I'll be doing my music videos, and I'll be doing it from here. I'll be doing them from Kenya.
I'm glad to say that our video, of all the ones that I've heard about Kenyans shooting in South Africa, and those budgets, whether they're inflated or not, ours cost a lot less than that. I'm proud about that, because it just means that we weren't just wasting money. And the idea behind shooting with a South African producer was to see if we can sort of open up our music to a different market. So for us, I think the objective was sort of achieved.
I'm very diverse. If I like something, I'll always, I don't care about the risk. Because Mwaga nasema, I don't let people make me lean towards a certain style of music. I'm more of a trendsetter. I'll lead my guys to whatever type of music that I want. So sitakagi watu wani control. Ukikontroliwa na masses, find most of the time, yes, ulitengeza mtoto mzuri, ulitengeza manzi wa Nairobi, ulitengeza Wekamu. You'll always be making Wekamu na manzi wa Nairobi, and it's boring. So at some point you have to pia wewe sway your fans to a certain idea, new styles. And with the African music, the way it's going, hey, boss, competition now, it's competing on Nigeria, South Africans, Ghana. So pia mziki yetu is not just, we're not just doing it for Kenyan audience alone. So just the mashup, it made me feel something I can explore, and maybe that song can cross the borders. So I tried it, why not? Yeah.
Whether the song became as big as it should have been is another story for another day. And I think the DJs have a big role to play in making Kenyan music popular, because they're the ones who teach the Kenyan listeners what to enjoy. And all over the world is that way. I mean, when DJs start playing house music in big festivals, then that becomes a cool thing. And DJs are trendsetters. I mean, let's just face it, they're trendsetters. The musician can only do so much. So once the musician has written the song and produced it, then it has to go to the next level. And that next level is for it to be brought out to the public. And that's the job of the DJs and the radio presenters and TV producers. And they're the ones who can sort of change what people listen to. And even if that music really isn't cool enough, if people listen to it long enough, then it becomes cool. People need to mutually support each other. DJs need to begin to work with musicians, even at the gigs. And if the DJs got involved with working with artists in that way, then they'd begin to appreciate the value, they'd begin to appreciate how much work goes into producing a single track.
I can't say Kenyans hate our music, Sabu. I'm still here, I'm still doing it, and coming here when chukiwa and we have no fans, then what's the point? Problem is that hatuna watchdogs of our industry. Tumeacha industry yetu ikakuwa infiltrated by so many styles, so many guys from outside, that in a shadow what the local or the Kenyan guys are doing. All these other countries, Nigeria, Tanzania, South Africa, they have gatekeepers. Sio rahisi hivyo for a Nonini track. LATT can be a very good track, but haiwezi penya Nigeria. Why? It's not that it's a bad song. They have gatekeepers because they know the minute Ajamata inge huku, they'll transform the trends, the thinking of our fans. Lazima tukuwe na gatekeepers. Si hatuna. Si tume-open for everyone. So it's just about having a structure in the industry that realizes our industry or is more patriotic towards our needs.
Your good is better than the best. Now your best is better too than the rest. See what tunapigania kuwa namba moja position.
So I get this question every day. What do you do other than music? I only do music. Hiyo ndo inanifeed, hiyo ndo inafeed familia yangu, and that's what drives me, that's what think and ndadai kwa muziki. Nataka tu kuona passion yangu. I'm very passionate because not just for me, inaweza like hata mtu wangu akigrow proudly anaweza ingia kwa muziki because anajua it will pay, and the respect as well can be earned for artists. I started doing it as a hobby, then it reached a point where I turned it and decided, you know what, I'm gonna give it 100% and see how far I can push it. With Chris Adwar, we have many projects coming up. Bado the chemistry between me and him, my fans are appreciating it, and I think he's as well. So we're thinking of maybe working on an album, but hakuna pressure. We're just recording. Already as we speak right now, we have another song waiting to release. So tuna record to having fun.
Yeah. I mean, when athletes run at the Olympics or the Commonwealth, you know the Kenyan is going to win. And regardless of where you are, you're not going to be cheering for a French guy. You're not going to, if a Kenyan is running against an Ethiopian who might win the race, you're cheering for the Kenyan. We need to be cheerleaders for our own music. My name is Chris Adwar. I'm a music producer and frontman of the Villagers Band. And you're watching Making the Beat. Keep it beating, beating, beating.
Don't touch that dial. There's more music to be made after the break.
It's lonely at the top, that's what the wise men say. I'm just a Kenyan boy trying to get through my day. I've got nothing to fear, no matter what they say. I'm gonna be okay, I'll hold on. Hold on, no matter what they say. I'm gonna keep the faith and hold on. Hold on, no matter what they say. I'm gonna keep the faith.
Kama God ndio DJ wa maisha, life ndio dance floor mzetu hivi katika. Love ndio rhythm ya kumix ndani ya speaker, dunia ndio club mali natupate kitushika. DJ God ndio yuko kwa decks, ngoma yote unataka leta tu request. Pitch inaweza panda, life moves faster, tempo inaweza shuka, slow maisha bila mizuka. Whenever ukisikia selector kali ndani ya player, tip DJ always with a thank you prayer. Kama Judas kuna masini ndani ya nyumba, it's all good for protector kwa club ya muumba. Maisha wagaloni sana ukiwa juu, I don't mind mimi na ganji yangu tu. Hata shada yako kutoka giza ikiingia, trust mtu yote isipokuwa DJ Aminia.
It's lonely at the top, that's what the wise men say. I'm just a Kenyan boy trying to get through my day. I've got nothing to fear, no matter what they say. I'm gonna be okay, I'll hold on. Hold on, no matter what they say. I'm gonna keep the faith and hold on. Hold on.
Nonini nowadays ni household name. Makofi kelele kwa concert tangu nianze game. Nimeperform mbele ya watu ka 30,000. Bajua stage niko peke yangu siko nao. Hii ganji yote si utengeneza. Rest assured wendi nayo tu kwa jeneza. Inaweza kuwa ni kulonely sana on top, but make sure we ni mholier than the pop, eh? The good, the better, the best is why we change of tutatu to the rest. Mpaka your good kuwe better than the best, na your best kuwe better too than the rest, eh? Si wote tunapigania kuwa namba moja. Hiyo position hatuwezi share, tuko pamoja. Nimeamua kwama kusonga, hebu ngoja. Hata Uhuru Kenyatta anajua tu kitu moja.
It's lonely at the top, that's what the wise men say. I'm just a Kenyan boy trying to get through my day. I've got nothing to fear, no matter what they say. I'm gonna be okay, I'll hold on. Hold on, no matter what they say. I'm gonna keep the faith and hold on. Hold on, no matter what they say. I'm gonna keep the faith, keep the faith.
God ndio DJ wa maisha.